If you keep on holding yourself back from creating, from sharing your creations with the world, from starting that project or pulling back from that project, or starting a business and then not launching it or not going for it, you have to become aware of this. You probably have blocked emotions that hold you back from doing it, from starting, or from putting it out. And a lot of times we're not aware of this. Most people are not aware of that. And if you don't get in tune with those emotions, if you don't clear them out, they will always lead you back into the same place, always lead you back to into the same pattern, and always will give you more of what you actually don't want. And this has been me for a very long time, and I didn't know what was going on until I discovered this. Because you got to understand that emotion is energy emotion. You probably heard this before. But if you suppress emotions, what happens? They start to stagnate. And the emotion, the energy is not moving anymore. And then it becomes trapped inside of your body. And if you carry all of these unprocessed emotions inside of you, then they store up and you carry them with you unless you start to release them. And how do you release them? You have to feel into them. You have to be with them. You have to acknowledge them. Because all they really want is for you to be seen. And all they actually have for you is a message that you have to listen to. Because a lot of times we think, oh, like now I'm feeling bad again. What's happening? I don't know why I'm feeling like shit again, you know. But you have to look at what's behind that. Or you feel the fear and you push that fear away. Or you feel anger and you don't know why. But if you go into the emotion and look at what's behind that, what message it delivers for you, that's when you find out. And once you find out, you can change it. But first of all, you have to become aware of it. So the first step is to actually feel into it or just observe what's happening. Like, where am I? Most people are always caught up in consuming things, always caught up in stressing, rushing, hurrying from one step to the next one. And also business owners, like always focusing too much into the future, never taking a moment to connect to your being. Like always in the head, constantly here, thinking about what happened in the past or thinking about what's happening in the future. But you have to come into the now and observe, where am I? Where's my attention? What's happening inside of me? That's the first step. And then when you feel something, instead of pressing it away, you bring it closer to you. Because what happens when you press a beach ball underwater? It pops up again, right? And even that resistance that you created will make your emotions pop up again over and over again. Even if it feels like it goes away. It might go away for a few seconds, for a couple minutes, hours, maybe days, maybe weeks. But it's always going to come back. And it's always going to snap back harder than before. And especially if you want to create something, if you want to get going with something and don't release that, never go into it, it will always hold you back from creating. It will always hold you back from sharing what you create. Or when you started, it will always get you back into retreating and pulling back, being afraid of being seen or whatever fears you have because you don't address what's happening within. And that's been me for a very long time. And I didn't know why. Because I always started something and then I pulled back. And then I started and then I pulled back. Then I ghosted for weeks. And I didn't know why I was doing it. But because I simply didn't feel into myself. I didn't know why these emotions are showing up. And I always judged them. I always thought to myself, nah, like I can't be weak. Like I can't pull up with this weak shit anymore. I gotta get going. And sometimes that's a good way to start, to get angry at yourself and say, okay, it's enough. I've been sleeping on my ass. I need to get going. I need to start moving my body. I need to start creating something. It's time to get back to it. That's a good energy to start. But you shouldn't stay there because usually what's behind that, if you stay there for a long time, is shame. Shaming yourself, feeling like you're unworthy if you don't do that thing. And if you attach to what you do and the thing you do falls away, then who are you? Where's the worth? Then you feel worthless again. That's why I don't subscribe to many of those internet bros who tell you that men are not worth anything unless to do something for people. That's what society has told us. And of course, it's good if you do something. It's good that you take care of your body. It's good that you build a business. It's good that you create something. But you should do it out of an energy of love, out of an energy of joy. Because you realize, okay, I'm a spiritual being here in this human body and I got the power to create something. So let me use this power. Let me use this gift that I have to become the best version I can possibly be, to share my creations with the world. But again, if you're not aware of those emotions, and if you then just shame yourself, if you blame yourself, if you feel like you're unworthy, then even if you get to a place where you are in good shape, when you got a business, when you got money, when you got fame and attention, you will still feel like something is lacking. because you didn't go to the root. You stayed at the surface level and you tried to override it with all of these outer conditions. But if you go within instead, clear out what's blocking you, what's these patterns that keep you looping, and then get those things, the money, the attention, the whatever it is that you desire, then you don't feel attached to it, and it's just a byproduct of you doing the work within. And that's a way better position to be in my opinion, because then you, even if it falls away, even if you have 1 million followers and all of a sudden Instagram or YouTube crashes and it's never accessible anymore, you still know that you're worthy. You still know that you're worthy as you are. But the main point was that when it comes to our creative expression and sharing that with the world, you have to go into the emotion. You have to feel into it. And once you become aware of it, it is simply to listen to the message. What is this here to tell me? What is this trying to tell me? And you also have to realize that you have different parts inside of you. The version of you from past years still living inside of you. The version of you from 5 years ago still living inside of you. The teenager, the young child still living inside of you. And a lot of times our childhood and our teenage years shape how we feel in adult life as well. And most people never become aware of what's actually running their behavior. But when you go into yourself, you will find those parts. And when you then pull them to you instead of pushing them away, that's when you start to hear the message. And maybe that your habit of pulling back is a fear of being seen, because as a child it felt unsafe to be seen. Like when you were seen, you got into trouble. Or when you spoke up, you've been judged. When something happened, when you expressed yourself freely, somebody came and crashed the show. I don't know what you experienced. It's different for everyone else. But you have to listen to those parts. And when you then bring them closer to you, it's about communicating with them and asking yourself, okay, like what is it that you're trying to tell me? Then it delivers the message and you thank it. You say, okay, thank you. I see you. I feel you. But is that really true? Like we're not there anymore. I'm here now and I want us to move forward. I want to create this thing, but I need you to collaborate with me. I need you to cooperate with me. And wouldn't it be better if those parts inside of you cooperated with you instead of fighting against you and you fighting against them? You constantly telling yourself, no, I can't be weak. I gotta grind. I gotta hustle. Otherwise, I'm a loser. You know, if you have this mentality. So, like I said, become aware of it, feel into it, listen to its message. That's actually the process. Of course, you can go deeper into this, but the more you practice this, the more you notice, okay, like when you go throughout the day, when something comes up, instead of pushing it away, you're just like, oh, okay, I sense there's something. There's a feeling of sadness, a feeling of grief. Let me look into this. Like, let me feel into this. And then all of a sudden, you know, like, that's why. That's where it's coming from. Because I didn't express my truth in the past week in that conversation. And that's my little child that feels angry because as a child I also didn't speak up. Just an example. And the more you listen to what's going on inside, the more you feel into it, the more you release it. And then your creative expression starts to open up as well. And then you will have the courage, the confidence, the power, the energy to show up here on the internet as well, if that's something you desire. It's not that what you have to do, but to start creating what you want to create and to start sharing it with the world. And if you're watching this, I hope you're inspired to share something with the world as well, because I know that whoever you are, you have a unique gift inside of you. And you can help the people in your life and the people on this planet, in this realm, with your gift as well. When you show up as your authentic self and when you show up as your true self, when you connect to your truth. But first you have to clear out what's in the way, because otherwise it's just like trying to drive a car with brakes, with the foot on the brakes. It doesn't work. Or it's a pain in the ass. So you have to clear that out first. And once you do that, you will see things will start to flow better. And if you want to go deeper into this, I've created a 7-day process called the 7-Day Alchemy Method, which goes exactly into that. It helps you to clear out blocked emotions, connect deeper with your intuition so that you can step out into the world and connect to your creative energy. And creative doesn't just mean music or arts. We are creative beings. So whatever you want to come through, you have to allow yourself to start creating it. But like I said, you have to also be willing to go into the discomfort. And if you're willing to do that, I'm sure that the 7-Day Alchemy Method is going to help you. And if you want to go one step deeper, or one step before that, I've also created something called the root pattern decoder. I'll link that in the description as well. That helps you clear out the beliefs that are in conflict with what you say that you want. But the 7-day alchemy method is like a deeper, self-paced program, I would say. So yeah, I thank you for your time. I hope this was helpful. And again, allow yourself to feel it, because the only way out is through. Don't push it away. Bring it closer to you. Listen to the message, and then start cooperating with those parts inside of you, and you will see everything else will start to become more easy and also more fun. So I thank you for your time. I am Law Heru, and this is the Way of Law. One love.